Hi everyone, welcome back to Make Money Online. Today, we'll be looking at the top 10 investing tips from Warren Buffett. Make sure you stay till the end of the video because it is undoubtedly going to change your life. Have you ever heard anyone say that no one knows what the future holds? How about I tell you that although no technology would take a man to the future can be secured. Let's talk about investment. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors that has ever lived. This man is one of the richest men on earth, and he got to where he is today by securing his future right from his young age. Did you know that he started investing right from the age of 11? How about I tell you that there is a way to change your future right now? Stick around through this video to learn the top 10 investment tips that Warren Buffett gave from his many years of investing. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Invest in yourself. The first tip today is investing in yourself. Self-investment is one asset that you can give to yourself that no one would ever be able to take from you. Give yourself that extra value, and like a productive stock, try to increase your value every day. The best deal you can give yourself is knowledge. Keep gathering knowledge in any way you can. Many people go to college and think that that is the only knowledge they need in life, while others tend to diversify. There is no useless information to get. Are you in the financial market? Read books, magazines, newspapers, and many more. You never know when these things might come in handy. You're never too old, too successful, too rich, or too smart to stop learning. It's not enough to know. You should try to apply what you learn as much as you possibly can. Get out of cash and get into assets. Cash is always a bad investment. Cash's value is most likely to depreciate or remain the same. Warren explained that he would always have enough cash around, but anytime he had surplus cash around, he was unhappy. Profitable businesses are better than cash. You can spend some money, but you cannot spend your assets. Assets are what make you, and not cash. Imagine having $100 million in your bank account. The money is going to stay where you put it and just keep watching you. Your interest over it would probably not exceed 1% in a year. There is the tendency that you would take a little money from time to time. Your bank gains its earnings by investing your money, yet they give you very little interest at the end of the day. Buy assets that are more likely to provide you with the worth of your money as it increases every year. Do not invest in cash. Invest in income-producing assets. Warren Buffett made an analogy about gold. If you added all the gold in the world together, you would have about $7 trillion worth of cash. That amount of gold can buy all the farms in America and still save you about $5 trillion. What would you prefer to have, the gold or the farms? You could pick the gold, then you'd be worth $7 trillion and only $7 trillion for the rest of your life. You could alternatively choose the farmlands. Imagine what an investment that would be. You would have in your hands all that feeds the whole of America. Eating is inevitable. So I would predict that in about 5 years, if your farms have good enough management, they would be worth more than $7 trillion. What I've just done is compared the results of a productive stock, the farmlands, and a non-productive stock, the gold. You should not dabble into buying just any kind of stock. You should look for ones that would pay you in the long run. Research a company before investing. Many fall into the trap of not researching before investing nowadays. Don't look at the price of stock first, look at the value of the company. Warren says that whenever he wants to invest in a company, before he even looks at the stock prices, he first does his research on the company. Why? Stock prices would change, and that cannot be predicted without looking deeply into the company first. So if you buy stocks into a company without doing your research, it's like you're going into a minefield blindfolded. I mean, without blindfolds, you stand the risk of being blown to pieces in the minefield. So those blindfolds mean you don't even have a chance, except if you're the one luckiest person in the world. Look into that company you want to invest in. Who's managing the company? Are the managing team competent? What does the company do? Do you think they would be making significant changes in the coming years? What do you think would be their outcome in the long run? These are a few of the numerous questions that you need to answer if you want to invest. Value is more important than the prices. If you then find a company valuable and the stock prices are far lower than the company's worth, then you can go ahead and buy. Invest in the things that you understand. Why would you invest in a company that you don't understand? How would you keep tabs on your stock? Before you even approach a business, ask yourself, do you know this company's means to an end? If you don't, then please stay away from the company. No one is a jack of all trades. Never forget that if you try to attempt all trades, you'll master none. What are you comfortable with? There are lots of financial markets that would be in your zone of understanding. There's no need to go out of that zone into fields that you don't fit in. You are risking a lot of loss. Invest only in what you understand. Play big and don't waste opportunity. We don't do very many things, but when we get the chance to do something right and big, we have to do it. Opportunity doesn't show its head every day to every single person. So if you're fortunate enough to find it, jump at it. When you're making the right decisions, make them big. Don't go small. We've talked about finding the right company to invest in many times. And if you look through the stock market, these companies are not easy to find. I mean, the fact that this company is going to make waves in the following years is not always written in the name of the company. So if you've taken your time to research and you see that one company is up and coming, then go for that company and jump on it big. Don't be a victim of regret. Wait for the right pitch. You don't have to be right about thousands and thousands of companies. You just have to wait for the right one. Warren always talks about this punch card that he always gave his students when they graduated. Each card had only 20 punches. Warren told each of them that those punches were all the financial decisions they had to make in their entire lives. Now, if you only had 20 decisions to make for your whole life, I'm sure that you would think pretty well and long before you made any decision, right? The same goes for the financial market. When you're looking for the right company to invest in, you have to be patient. You don't go trying every company that comes your way to see if you have hit the goal. There's no time for that. If you did that, you probably have nothing to invest by the time you find the right company. In a baseball game, you have 3 strikes before you strike out. In the financial market, you should not have to take too many swings. That is why Warren says that you have to only take one swing and hit the ball right where you want it. If you're not convinced beyond a doubt that a company is the right one to invest in, then wait for the right one. You don't have to decide on everything. Think long-term. When investing, it's always best to think long-term and not focus on the present. A stock is not going to be very productive if your dividends cannot appreciate over the years. If you want to have a stock, you need to think 10 and even 50 years ahead of that time. What does the company offer that would procure a solution in that time frame? Would that company be valuable in 50 years? Does the company have competent management? How well has it proven itself over the years of its existence? These are many questions you need to answer. What would your stock be worth long-term? Would it be worth more or less? Never lose. When you're investing, your goal is to build wealth and never to lose it. All the previous points have been leading to this point, and it's straightforward. The first principle of stock investment is to buy a stock below the profit margin. This is one of the reasons why Warren always examines the value first. Make sure you're paying less to gain more. You're in it to win it. Accept your mistakes. We're all human and not above error. The earlier we realize this, the better we will live our lives. The reason why many people wallow in their mistakes, keep falling down and never get a chance to rise back up, is that they're too proud to admit that they have made a mistake. If you fell into a pit, would you stay in that pit forever? No. But you need to realize that you're actually in a hole before you know that you should get out of it. That is how mistakes go. Even Warren Buffett admits to making mistakes on his investment journey. What's the lesson here? If you're cautious enough, you would probably not make so many mistakes while investing, but you would probably make a handful of them. Rapid realization of your mistakes will quicken correction and reduce your losses. If you invest in the wrong company, you can always retrace your steps and find the perfect one. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you can get updates whenever we post a new video. What other investing tips do you know about? Let us know in the comments section. While you're here, go ahead and click one of the videos on your screen. And as always, thanks for watching.